Hey everyone, so for this video, we're going to be looking at the fulfillment team and what they do for an auto loan. So of course, once you get logged into Meridian Link, we're here at my personal queue. We're going to be looking in the queue on the right side that is contact for STIPs. So we're going to click the open queue button, and then we're going to click on the name of the member that we're looking to fulfill this loan for. So we'll click Carlos Test Case. Now, when we get into the application, the first thing we're doing is go into the funding screen. And here we're going to go to the comments and then click on memos so that we can read all the notes on this loan and familiarize ourselves with what the sales team said, possibly the underwriter, just to familiarize ourselves with what's going on. Once we've done that, we're going to exit out of this. And under the funding screen, what we're going to do is on the left side, we're going to click on our task list. So once we pull up our task list, we're going to do our task list first to make sure, just like an account opening, these are things that are required before we can fully fulfill this loan. So for the sake of time, we're just going to click the mark all complete down at the bottom. But once you've completed all your tasks, you would then exit out. And here on the funding page, under the funding officer, we're going to click the drop down and select our name. And as we scroll down this page, again, we're just going to verify the loan information with our member to make sure it's all correct. This is kind of like the third and final check to make sure it's all set up correctly. But we're scrolling down to the disbursements section. Now, if you notice, there's already the gap in-app and the service contract in-app, which we know is the MRC for that. But it shows that those have already been set up with the GLs, and it's got the GL number in there already and the amount. So what we're going to do though is click Edit Disbursement, and what we would do is add a check, of course, as you guys know. But for the sake of this video, we're going to add a deposit, which you guys know you would never do. But we're going to have some more in-depth training for the checks when we bring you guys in for personal training. So for the deposit, we're going to put the amount in, the 5-digit account number, and then the suffix, we're going to put the savings. And we're going to save that by clicking in the bottom right. Now you'll notice our disbursements here have updated to the gap in-app and the service contract in-app, which we just saw, but also we'll see a deposit there of the $15,599. Now, once we've done that, we're going to click that blue book loan button. But just like on the other loans, the only reason we're doing that is to generate our suffix, our loan suffix number first. Because once this gets done loading and generating that number, we're going to look through and notice that some of these drop downs didn't fill. We just want to make sure that these are filled in correctly. So as you're scrolling through this and looking at it, it should pre-fill, but if it doesn't, then just make sure that you fill it in correctly. But the main thing we're looking at is that loan suffix number up there at the top. So we've got a 0009. So once we've done that, we're going to scroll to the bottom and click the Save button. And it's going to tell us that it's been saved. And here we're going to go to the documents. Again, just like we've done in the other loans, we're going to click Generate Documents. And we're going to select the documents that apply for this loan. So the consumer app, the debt protection, the risk-based pricing with the credit score, and the loan and security agreement. We'll click View Selected Documents. And just like we've done on all of our documents, if the member's standing in front of you or sitting there, we would have them sign like normal. And if we needed a DocuSign, we've got the DocuSign button in the top left. And then once the member's done, if they're in front of you signing, you would click the Print and Archive button to save that to imaging, and we would close this document out. Now, once we've done our documents, you can see them down at the bottom in the Archive Document section. But we're going to go back to the Funding tab, and we're going to scroll back down some to that blue Book Loan button again and click that. And this time, again, when this pulls up, we want to make sure that the suffix number still matches what we just saw. So it should say 0009, which it does. All of the drop downs are filled in correctly. And what we're going to do now is click that book button at the bottom. And it's going to ask you, are you sure? We click OK and give it just a second. And it's going to tell us that it was booked successfully. And then we're going to scroll down and click disperse. And we'll click OK after it says, are you sure? And it's going to tell us successful. And you'll notice that now the loan application is going to be locked. And so what we can do is click on the home button to get out of the application. And you should be able to now go into Scimitar, and you should be able to see under that member's account number the loan and all that good stuff. So at this point, the loan has been fulfilled, and you as the fulfillment team are done.